Welcome back. He was the heart of WRAL for more than 20 years, a trusted voice and familiar face all across the Triangle, all across the state for that matter, really. Today we're honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Gaddy, passed away at the age of 93, and we're remembering him with his very dear friend, local author, actor, playwright, just to name a few of his titles, Ira David Wood III. Great to see you, my friend.
Good to be seen.
Yes. Tell me about your friendship with Charlie. How did it start?
Oh, it goes back a long way. Charlie was a dear friend of mine. He started his morning show about the time I came to Raleigh. So he would call up and ask me to come and appear. I'd do pantomime on his morning show, and he'd give me a cookie, and I'd leave. And
that was your payment.
That was it.
Yeah, and over the years, you guys stayed in touch. You always would go out to dinner, but you always got him every now and then with some phone calls you would make.
I loved it. I would be different characters and call Charlie, and I called him, for instance, one time, and I said, "Mr. Gaddy, my name is Eunice Simmons. I'm calling from the Baptist Church and Barbecue Tabernacle, and we would like for you to come and appear before our prayer group, if you don't mind." And Charlie said, "Well, what would you like for me to talk about?" And I said, "Oh, we don't want you to talk, Mr. Gaddy. Just stand in front of us and let us gawk at you a little bit." And that's when he knew it was me.
He said, "Doggone it, David, you got me again."
Yeah. Well, see, yesterday was a melancholy day for me, but today I've been smiling since I woke up because I'm remembering all of those happy times that we had when we would take him out to dinner. Bill Leslie, David Crabtree, and I one night, because he appeared on a dais and allowed me to interview him.
I remember that was his final public appearance a year ago.
It was.
What did that mean to him?
I think he got to feel that love again in person from everybody who was there. And I asked the three of them the same question, two questions. I said, "What do you regret not saying on the air? What do you regret saying on the air?" And David Crabtree and Bill Leslie both had their stories. And I got to Charlie and he said, "I don't regret a thing." And that was Charlie Gaddy. He had nothing to regret. Yep. He was wonderful. When he signed off, that's the way it was. It's like Walter Cronkite. And he said, that's the way it was. And Charlie was the same way. He didn't tell you how you had to feel about the news. He gave you the news and you made up your mind.
I remember when I first moved here, I knew about Charlie Gaddy and the legend that he is. And every now and then he would write an email to the news director and he'll tout some stories and he'd mention some reporters with very complimentary and encouraging words. And one day I was mentioned in that email. I can't tell you how happy I was about that.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, it's how he made people feel.
Oh, yes. There were no strangers to him. And it was like once you met Charlie, after 5 minutes, you had known him all your life. That was the feeling that you had. He was just that kind of special person. He loved North Carolina. He was a Bisco boy. Yeah. I was an infield boy. When we got together, we were two boys from North Carolina, and we had that in common, shared the love from North Carolina. And I often said to him, I said, "Charlie, you could have had a career anywhere you wanted. You know, Hollywood, New York, Atlanta, and why did you stay?" And he said, "David, the same reason you stayed. This is North Carolina is our home. It gave us so much, and we're giving something back to the state." And he nailed it. That's exactly why.
And he will be remembered for a very long time.
He will.
Ira David Wood, thank you so much for sharing your friendship with Charlie with us.
Oh, it's been an honor. I love you, buddy. Rest well.
Excellent.